yeah, I'm getting good feedback from that Lexi Cinema thing.
Yeah, no, that was hard, bruv. That
No,
review was actually hard. Like,
production value was all right. Still,
fantastic.
Certain man thought I had a gimbal and that.
oh yeah,
Get me?
What?
That steady, that steady hand. You get me? That
steady hand.
that steady. A steady hand.
Got your chi and all that balance.
Yeah,
there.
all the whole setup,
Okay,
everything.
okay,
you know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay.
So we've got things working and
Go on,
percolating.
Spielberg.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. All of them things there.
No, but that was a good look still.
All right, we get cracking. All right, boom. We back. Episode 96. 96? 96. That's what I'm saying. See, I got it
Say
right.
with confidence.
Yeah, man, 96 with big chest. You get me? Yo, people, thank you for joining us. It's Watch It or Not
TV.
I'm your host, Daniel Nero, and with my co-host.
I'm the silver screen surfer, Sam O.
Hey, it's a bit different today. Come on, yeah. Zush is out there in these streets. He's doing the loofah.
Prostitution. Sorry. I mean, when you said in these streets.
When you said in these streets, oh my days. He's going to watch this and get upset.
Man ain't even here to defend himself.
Yeah, I never said that, personally. That was Sam.
Don't act like you wouldn't have said that,
I never
bro.
said that, yeah. Zush is out there working.
that doesn't sound better, bro. Like,
He's working.
He's working.
He's working.
He's working.
In these streets.
Working in
He's at the loofah red carpet, so he couldn't be here today, but big him up, you get me?
Big up man like Zush.
Yeah. So,
AKA
Guyver. See, look, we still got you.
Come
man.
on.
We still got you, man. We have to get that in there. People, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because we want to hear that sound.
Tutung.
Or
Tutang. I ain't going like Zush, bro. I ain't going like Zush. It's something like that. Ain't?
Can you explain to the people what that means?
Oh no.
You gotta do that, yeah?
No.
So
Come
basically, when you're searching the for the podcast and that, and you're like, rah, you get me? This is a dope podcast. Like, it's dope. And I want to know when them man are doing the next one.
Come on.
When you click that little bell, the little subscribe thing, depending on what browser you're using, it makes different sounds. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, bro.
Crazy.
Enlightened.
Bro, crazy. It's a crazy life that we're living in.
Come on.
People, make sure you hit up the YouTube because we have started a new section. It is called Cinema or Not.
Jeez.
Basically, we will be heading out to independent cinemas, checking them out, checking whether the food's good, what the alcohol is saying, what the screen's saying, what the seat's saying, all those good things. And we let you know whether or not it's a cinema or not. Basically, should you go or should you not? So, independent cinema chains, watch out.
We're coming.
We're coming for you. I was saying, you know what I want to be? I want to be like the health inspector.
Them ones.
You get me? When they hear
like
man's coming.
Innit?
Yeah, that's
like
exactly what I was saying.
Like,
you know when they hear man's
when
coming,
they roll
they're
out the
like,
red carpet, like, yo.
we have to sort everything out. You get me? Because them man are coming. You get me? Yo, watch it or not are coming, man. Trust me. That's not gonna be like. I'll be turning up, bro. Yeah. So yeah, people, make sure you have a look at that. On the channel, and yeah, make sure you're following us on the Insta and everything, all good stuff. So, into the review. Before the review, I forgot to bring up the guy. I forgot to bring up the main guy. You get me? On the lenses. Big up cameraman Alex in the building. Production. Thank you, Alex. So yeah, okay, into the reviews. Today, we're going to be reviewing the Shemima Begum story. She's got a new documentary out on BBC. Few people I've heard have been talking about that, saying that it's kind of given a different light on how they felt about her. So I was like, okay, let me go and check that out. And then secondly, after that, we're going to be doing The Whale. That's the Oscar-nominated movie starring Brendan Fraser.
Man like George of the Jungle.
Man like George of the man like Mummy. What's his name in the Mummy? I can't even remember.
I can't remember, bro.
Yeah. So we'll start off today with the Shemima Begum story.
It's a bit bleak today, bro.
Do you know what?
Is
it?
Where's the joy? Where's the laughs, bro?
There
fuck it, hell. Like the show, I come on the show like after a while, and then my man gives me the bleak shit.
Well, to be fair, you come on last time. You had the witch thing. It wasn't much to smile at that.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing?
That was pretty fucking bleak as well, bro.
What was the other thing?
It was the witch and it was Was that the same? Nah, was that the crocodile thing? Was that the same one?
Crocodile?
Yeah, my man. The one where it was one season and there probably won't be another one.
Oh, was that it? No, I don't think it was.
I honestly
I don't think that was the same one.
I don't know if I'm mixing shows.
Because you was here with Sean, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it wasn't the crocodile thing.
Nope.
And
I remember because we both liked it.
Yeah, it was Nope. Yeah. Who, we? Oh, you and him. I'm about to say, because I didn't like Nope.
I sophisticated cats.
I didn't like Nope.
Say what you feel, bro.
No, I don't like Nope, man. Shemima Begum documentary. The return. No, that's not it.
You lot still do the voice thing?
We do, but I'm thinking
it's not appropriate.
It's not even that it's appropriate. It hasn't really. I haven't really got a way to say it.
Yeah,
but we can think of something on the fly.
Boy, I don't know. Like, I feel like that like with topics of the two films, it's like.
Yeah, no, we got it, man.
Yeah?
Don't worry about that, man. We've been doing that, man.
I say no more.
Been doing that. Can you do this?
Oh, you want me to do this one?
Yeah, you do, son. Can you do this? Do you know The Rock? do this as The Rock.
Wow.
As the Rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Do you know something? When I think of one actor, and I use the term loosely, when I think of one actor that I fucking hate.
Wow. Hate?
Hate
is a strong word.
Bruv, do you think he's acting? Yeah, I rest my case.
No, I think he's acting, yeah.
Do you think he's acting? What? When he's in films, do you think he's acting?
Yeah, he's acting.
That's acting.
He's acting.
Fair enough.
He's doing different stuff. Doing different stuff.
He walks, he talks, brushes his teeth. Stuff. Like, yeah. All right, The Rock, yeah?
Yeah, The Rock from WWE.
This is quite a serious topic, bro. I feel like...
Yeah, man, don't worry about it.
I feel like...
We make light of everything out here, man.
All right.
Don't get scared, man.
Let me find mine.
Find yourself. You're walking down the thing. They're playing your music in the background. Now you got the mic in the middle of the ring, and
I'm gonna fully get into this.
Yeah.
Hey, you're killing my scene, my guy. You're killing my scene. All right. Fuck's sake.
I wasn't expecting motion. I wasn't expecting movement. Okay, cool. No, I'm ready. I'm ready.
You ask for The Rock, you get The Rock in it.
Do you think? Do it, man.
At 15!
Yeah, man. You got it, bro.
Sorry. At 15, Shemima Begum left London to join the terror group Islamic State. For the first time. I'm struggling. Bro, them words are mighty small, you know.
You're like Zush.
Bro, the words are so fucking small on the screen, bro. Like Come on, man. The lenses don't...
I'm gonna make it bigger for you, man.
You get me, man.
But could you add like the movement and stuff again? Because you missed it. It's gone now, so we was expecting movement. You've built it up.
It's because, you know...
You've built it up.
I didn't have time to rehearse.
Nah, all right, you got it, man.
All right.
All of that. All of that, man.
At 15, Shemima Begum left London to join the terror group Islamic State. This is The Rock, but a bit more black. For the first time, her account of what happened is investigated to find the truth. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. Honestly, I'm here a week. Like,
that was good, man.
I got you.
You got in the bag. You're acting. You're acting.
I got in my.
Nah, you're acting. I see you. Okay, cool. Okay, the Shemima Begum story. I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
You're not, but
how do you say it? Begum?
It's Shemima Begum.
Shemima Begum.
From what I've heard, from what I've seen. Yeah.
Okay, Shemima Begum. Shemima Begum. Okay, the Shemima Begum story. This is a new one. Well, I think it aired last Thursday, on BBC. I had seen a few people talking about it, saying, "Oh yeah, it's out, this, that," and I had seen a few people say they had changed it had made them feel like it changed their mind about her and this, that. She'd seen her in a different light, and then obviously you had the same. Some people just being like, she's this.
Get her out of fucking country. We don't want her.
Yeah, she
all
ain't
of that
British.
shit.
She ain't British.
Yeah,
She's not British.
she ain't really British anyway.
She's not British.
Fuck off.
She's not
Yeah,
British.
all of that. All them.
So I thought, you know what? Let me check this out myself and see what I go on. Because did you watch the first one? Like, not it wasn't a documentary. It was an interview on
the one
on,
where
like,
she was
in the morning
outside in the camp.
Yeah.
I saw that, but it was years ago.
Yeah, it was time ago. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then they had her on the news or something.
Yeah.
So I'd seen that one, and personally, I felt like she came across bad.
Yeah,
like she didn't.
But you know what's wild? I don't know if you're talking about the same interview, but one of them interviews, and I think they alluded to it in the,
when she has to read out her letter. On
no, it wasn't even. Well, that was one.
Yeah.
But she had just had the baby, bruv.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
You're interviewing a woman who has literally just dropped a child. Bruv.
Literally, that baby was
like she's walked to the fucking interview. Like she didn't just drop a person out of her.
Literally,
like that's
literally
crazy to me, bruv. That's
so
crazy.
yeah. So I thought, you know what? Let me see what's going on with this one. Did you? First of all, before you watch this, what's your views on the situation? What's your views? Like, do you feel like she should be let back in the country?
100%.
Do you feel like
it's not even that deep for me?
For real,
100%.
Why do you feel
I thought that before. I thought that after. I still think that.
Why do you think that?
Because she's British.
Okay.
And
regardless of where
she's British.
Okay. No, that's not the.
But okay, here's the thing. Other people have committed terrorist attacks before, yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you know how they what's the word? They stripped over nationality. Do you know how they did it?
What do you mean? I don't.
They loopholed her, bruv.
Okay.
So, like a lot of us, minorities,
we
have the ability to have dual nationality, yeah?
Yes.
That's like, so whether through our parents, whether we came here as children, whatever, we have the ability. So I can't remember if she was born here. Obviously, she's from Bethnal Green. I can't remember if she was born here. But obviously, a lot of us have the ability to have a dual nationality. Yeah. She had Bengali and British nationality. Okay. And I don't, like I say, I don't know. It doesn't matter because if you're British, you're British. So long story short, the way they loopholed her is, and the way they said, because if she had been, for example, a white British girl who had been raised in this country and born in this country, they wouldn't be able to strip her of her nationality legally.
Oh, really?
Right. So I don't know if you've read...
Even if she...
Yeah. Because it's happened,
there must be
brother, it's happened before. Do you know how many terrorists they've let back in the country and they've put them in prison? This is what I mean. A lot of people don't know the background of this shit. So my thing is, it's.
Oh, I get that. Because how would they strip them of the nationality? Because where would they go though?
She has no nationality because obviously the Bengalis ain't gonna take her because she's a terrorist.
Okay.
You know, officially speaking, she's a terrorist.
Yeah.
So my thing is, of course, what she did was wrong.
Yeah.
But like, because of my day job, I understand why she made those decisions. I understand why she was where she was. You get me? Like, she was a 15-year-old child. Because people are talking. When you hear people being interviewed, they're like, she knew what she was doing. She was of clear mind at 15. You should be able to know this. Like, that's what the response is. I'm like, she was a fucking child. I've got a 15-year-old son. Mm-hmm. She was a baby, bruv.
Yeah. I feel like that's one of the situations where I feel like it's super hypocritical because when it comes to certain things, being 15 isn't old enough. Do you know what I'm saying? It isn't old enough to do certain things.
Preach, brother.
So you're not old enough to drink. You're not old enough to have sex. You're not old enough to X, Y, Z. But all of a sudden, when it comes to this situation, oh no, you're 15, so you knew what you was doing. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're of clear mind. You knew.
That's where I'm like,
you should be mature enough. You should understand. That's all I'm hearing. I'm like,
but all of a sudden now we're 15, and 15 is a doable
it's mad
age.
Hypocritical. And I don't like to fling the word out because I know people use it freely, but it's fucking racist, bro. Let's be honest about it.
I feel like
it's racist.
I feel like I don't wish this, but it would be so appropriate and telling to have a comparison. It would be to be like another 15-year-old white, blue-eyed child who done the same thing, and I would love to know how people dealt with that situation.
Before. I don't know if they were as young, and I'm sure adults have done it, and they've been let back in the country to be tried. Adults, yeah. So when I say they loopholed her, they used the fact that she has dual nationality, and they said, I was going to say before that, I don't know if you lot have ever read the back of the British passport, like, well, the old one. It was my old British passport. I don't know if they still put it in there, probably because they don't want you to know, but there's a thing that says, because I'm just a curious you in it, there's a thing, or it was either the passport or the website, whatever, gov.uk thing, and there's a bit that says, if you travel to another country on that government's, with that nationality, basically, because obviously you don't need a visa to go into a country if you're traveling there on their passport. Yeah. So I used to have a Nigerian passport in it, like years and years and years ago. So I didn't need a visa to travel to Nigeria. It just saves time and effort. But should an incident happen when I'm out there, even though I live here, born here, raised here, went to school here, all my people are here, should an incident happen out there, I'm essentially Nigerian because I've travelled out there on my Nigerian passport.
Serious.
So they can loophole the fuck out of us minorities, bro.
And that's what they...
that's what they did to her.
And she travelled on her Bengali passport.
To be honest, I don't know how she travelled because obviously there was a lot of smuggling. She went to Turkey, she went here.
Well,
I don't know what the full story is, but they just used the fact she has two nationalities. They loopholed her.
Well, that was the way that she got there was crazy to me. Like that was an excursion. That was literally an excursion. It was going from the plane and hit into Turkey and then having to wait a whole day there and then on a coach and then she switched like 7 times. She said in cars,
switching cars, like some spy shit, bro.
And then to get to actually where she needed to go, and I see. I'm kind of torn when it comes to this.
Okay.
The reason I'm torn is because, one, I feel like the problem with Shemima is she comes across a lot older than she actually is. Do you get what I'm saying?
I can see that.
She comes across a lot older than she actually is. Because even in her interview that she did before, how old she would have been? I think she would have been like 19 or something, or 18 or something. She did that first. She didn't act 19 or 18. She acted very mature. And even in this one, she seems very mature. Do you know what I'm saying? There's certain little bits where you could see, okay, maybe that's there. But she comes across, so that's why I feel like...
But why are you torn about that?
So that's why I feel like some people may watch this and forget actually how old, like the whole situation that where this girl had come from. So the situations that she had been through, what had occurred. Bruv. So to them, it comes across as she's older than she actually is.
Do you know what I think? I think 2 things. I think 1, we ain't trying a person's personality, because I know that's how politics and all that shit runs in this country. Oh, he hasn't got the personality. Can he do the job?
Yeah.
You get me? Like, how about that? How about we start there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we ain't trying a person's personality. And the second thing is, I forgot what the second thing. She's British. She's fucking British, mate. Do you know what I mean? Waving the flag, all of that shit. Nah, bruv. Like, the fact of the matter is, to me, there is a double standard. You get me? Like,
100%.
Like in this country, I think if she was a blonde, blue-eyed white girl,
she'd be back already. A blonde, blue-eyed white girl.
Siri is always trying to get involved, bro.
Siri's not having it.
Siri is
What'd
always
you say
trying to get
about
involved.
a blonde, blue-eyed white girl? What did you say? What'd you say? Say it again, darky. Siri weren't having none of it, bro. Don't you talk about the Aryan race like that.
Don't make me make some phone calls.
Nigerian passport, huh?
Oh shit, I'm hot now, bro. Wow. I'm actually hot. Fucking hell. I clearly forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, no, but I agree. If I feel like if she was 5 or 6 shades lighter, she'd be back already. It would be seen completely different. It'd be like, bless her. She's been indoctrinated. Like they caught her. She fell in with the wrong crowd, etc. They'd be blaming the friends.
You know them ones.
They're blaming the friends. It was your fault, Shahrazad. It was your fault.
Them ones.
Yeah.
Them ones there, bro.
Trust me, that's how I feel. But when I was saying I was torn, it was like I don't understand. Well, I do understand being black and from England. I understand how certain people would perceive things because they're looking.
On that note,
go on.
On that particular, again from my day job. So we've read this thing. It's been in the news recently, but there's this stuff that's come out recently. It was after that schoolgirl. I don't know if you remember that black schoolgirl got strip searched.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
She got strip searched in school. And then obviously the politicians started fucking shuffling their feet to find something to do, so it looked like they were doing something about it. And a report came out about the adultification of black children. Yeah, okay. You get me? So there's things that there's lots and lots of I've got examples in my job, brother. You get me? Like there's lots and lots of examples of people, there's 2 children doing exactly the same thing. Yeah. Exactly the same thing. Yeah. One gets convicted and one doesn't. Take a wild guess. Yeah. And there's stats, bro. There's actually stats to show that. Yeah, I could. Oh my God.
Bruv,
beg you.
Siri don't care, bro. If you're trying to put down the white race,
every time, innit? Like, I'm starting to get nervous, my guy.
Don't you dare. Go on, tell us about those stats. Tell us about those stats then, Nigerian Sam. Tell us about him. Huh? Ray.
I love white people. Oh my God. You guys are fucking awesome. No, but obviously, real talk, like seriously speaking, there was a report that came out about the adultification of black children and how normalized it's become. And like I say, I have examples from my personal, I have stats from my, like I work, obviously I won't be specific, but I work in a specific borough. Mm-hmm. Very, very ethnically diverse borough. I think it's one of the few boroughs in London where there's more ethnic people than white people. Yeah. And yet, somehow, the stats are still skewed in their favor because when, for example, weed, which is, I would say, is one of the minor offenses, when someone is caught with weed, black boys tend to get a conviction, and then the white kids are given the option of this. What's it called? I should know this. It should. I know what you're talking about. Though it's like a rehabilitation thing. Exactly. So it basically they don't get a criminal record.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, that's the perception of it. If you see a white person smoking weed, it's just he's just
kids having fun, just being a teenager.
If you see a black person smoking weed, it's like
gang
druggy.
member.
Yeah, selling it probably.
Them ones.
And that's where I feel on the spectrum where this story lies, because I'm almost certain if she looked different, the situation would be different.
I have no doubt.
Yeah,
I have no doubt.
And also, like I said, it's the way she acts as well. On top of it, it's the way she acts. Yeah, she's actually, I would say, quite mature for her age. And I mean, from listening to this, going what she's been through, how aren't you more mature for your age? She's been through a lot,
and that's what. All kinds of sounds going off on my side, boy.
You're right there, bro. You're right. You just can't silence it, or what are you saying? You good?
I forgot, brother. Allow me,
man. But all three. It's been a while, that's fine. Bro. That's no problem, man. It's fine. I'm sorry about this, people. I apologize. It's fine. So, so what she's been through.
Yeah.
What she's been through is crazy.
Bro, 15, she had her first baby. And she lost 3 kids by the age of 21.
That's
3. And in fact, no, 5.
She's lost 5.
She was pregnant 5 times. She had 3 kids.
She had 3 of them died. We're not saying that she's lost 3 kids in the sense of they was miscarried.
Yeah.
She gave birth to 3 children and they died of different. One died of pneumonia. Yeah. Did one die of starvation?
Yeah, so there was a time when I think 2 of them did.
Because she couldn't produce breast milk.
2. Yeah, the first 2. And then that's when they ran away to the other place, to a camp or whatever somewhere. And then he said something about the wheat.
Yeah, some byproduct of when you make wheat, and that's what they had to eat with the soup. But the baby wasn't taken to it.
And it poisoned the baby or whatever. Bro, like, I don't know, as a human being, because for me, first and foremost, I see people as human beings. I know it's a cliche, but the whole race thing, you know, like, obviously, I don't want to get into all of that, but the whole race thing was invented. And my thing is, it's like, when I see her, I see a child that was let down, because we didn't even get into what happened here. What happened here?
We can get into it now. So obviously, when you get more into the story and to the documentary, you find out that the authorities actually knew about the friend that enticed her to come over. Yep. They already knew that the friend was being what's the word? Not groomed. Is it groomed? Yeah. Groomed is it groomed? Yeah. Is it groomed? I thought that was to do with pedophiles.
No. So you can groom someone to do anything.
Okay, cool.
Like,
so they already knew that the friend was being groomed. Yeah. They knew that. Then they knew the friend actually travelled from England to Syria. And they didn't notify, they didn't go across the correct channels. Yeah. But they sent a letter.
Brother, they didn't send the letter. They gave the letter to Shemima.
Shemima, yeah.
They gave it to her. Like, they went to the school.
Yeah.
Like, imagine someone is worried that your son's friend is a terrorist. Yeah. And they give a letter to him. Yeah. And then they don't tell you that they've spoken to you.
That's crazy. Especially at such a, when the situation is so... Like, if you know someone has been groomed and left the country, gone to Syria and joined ISIS,
you know what I'm saying, bro?
And they went to this school and they spoke with your daughter, you wouldn't tell the parents?
Brother.
You wouldn't say, yo, listen, your daughter was speaking to this is what's happening in school. Like, well, how could you go to the child and be like, give this letter to your parents?
And you know that twat, Tom Lawton, the Conservative MP.
Fucking idiot,
Bro, you know that twat, bruv. And he said, what's funny is he said, I have full faith in the British justice system. So obviously she would prefer to come here because he said something like to that effect, innit? I have full faith in the British justice system. I said, that's nice. I was just thinking to myself, that's nice for you, innit?
Yeah, of course.
Like, that's quite nice for you.
It must be nice.
Because have you ever spoken to a person who doesn't look like you about the British justice system?
It must be nice to have full faith in your judgment.
Because the police flopped hard, bruv. Like, it wasn't like a little thing. No. They flopped hard.
Massively.
So yeah, it's wild to me, man.
It's like, even on top of that as well, when he was like, these people, when that same guy was talking about ISIS, like, these people want to come here and they want to kill us. And I was like, oh, like you guys do. So
let's read some history books, guys.
I was like,
let's open some history books.
I was like, that's literally what you guys do. Like that's literally, so you're speaking to the choir. You're talking to someone who's exactly like you. Do you know what I mean? I also found interesting the indoctrination videos, not indoctrination, propaganda videos that they were showing to people that they was trying to entice over. Because I've always wondered, how do people think? Because when you're in Britain, all you will really see of ISIS is the violence, the murder, etc., the beheadings, etc., etc. I always wondered, what do people see? No, genuinely, because
as in the people they're grooming, or the people
that groom, the people who are groomed.
Yeah,
I've always thought, like, what are they told? What did they see that makes them feel? Because I can only assume, as a 15-year-old child, if you're seeing beheadings and murders and etc. and violence, that's not enough to say to you, "Oh, I'm gonna go join them." Do you know what I mean? I always wondered. So to watch the actual video and to see what they had going on there, it actually made sense.
Okay.
Made sense. You know what I mean? It's like, because obviously she's Muslim. Yeah. Because that's obviously in their culture, religion's massive. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you can, if you can,
it was an ideal, innit? It was an ideal thing, like an idealism.
Families playing in the park, the doctors, etc. This, that, the healthcare system, the medical, all of that. That's the type of thing.
And like they had the British guy as well, which would have made her go, oh right, there's people like me out there, because they had the British, I think,
and the Australian guy as well. I was like, okay, cool. That makes sense now, is to see as how you could be persuaded to get over there.
Yeah, but I think the thing is, I think that's another problem with the media in this country, bruv. That's why I really try to avoid the news in this as told by this country, because a lot of it has the same narrative. So if you notice, like after the Shemima Begum thing, almost all I say after the Shemima Begum thing, like as one thing, but after, there was a clip in the documentary where they did a soundbite of like what all the reporters were saying. What was it? It was something to the effect of, Shemima Begum, who traveled to Syria to join ISIS. Shemima Begum, who became a terrorist of ISIS. Shemima Begum. It's like, but she was also a 15-year-old girl who was groomed. Yeah. Like so the way the thing was sold, because ultimately, obviously, they weren't telling her they were beheading people, because no one's gonna fucking want to go, oh, they behead people. Come we go, bruv. Let's roll. Let's roll in it. Like nobody thinks that way, bruv.
And the guy was saying, she must have seen the video. She must have seen the video. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why?
Nobody thinks that way.
Like, why would she have seen the videos?
She saw beheading and she goes, let's roll.
He was like, 15, we all saw the beheading videos, this, that, they was on YouTube and this, that. And he's like, I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure there's a very large majority of the country who didn't see a beheading video.
Because I know people who don't watch the news.
I know people that don't watch the news.
I know people that do not watch the news
and I also know people that ain't going to watch a beheading video.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Like, what are you talking about? Like, why was you watching the beheading video furthermore? What are you doing there watching the beheading video?
See, that's my thing, like, because that shows me how disconnected he is from, like, ordinary people.
He looks like he's disconnected.
He doesn't look like he's in the ends regular, innit? Like,
he looks like he's disconnected.
Yeah, and he's fully disconnected from real life. So that to me, like, he was talking and I was just like, you're a prick, bruv. Like, that's what I was thinking when I heard him speak. You're a prick. Yeah. Because you have no idea what you're talking about. Like, she must have seen the video. But
why?
Which 15, 14, 13-year-old girl is sitting there watching news from Bethnal Green particularly, is sitting there watching like because remember, there's also a reason why a lot of those communities don't connect with that shit as well, like with mainstream news, because you talk shit about them.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
There's also a reason, so they're not going out their way to watch that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, bruv, he's just lost. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and obviously he had quite a big say in terms of her situation.
I like. Yeah. I've actually gone on like a sort of how can I call it? Not like a crusade, but
mind the words you use now, bruv, because.
Because your thing's on a mad thing. Your thing's on mad.
Siri is always listening.
A crusade? What?
Join me.
Yeah, see. But yeah, I was actually looking for different angles on the media.
Okay.
So, and I found this. Have you heard of Novara Media?
I may follow them, bruv.
Novara Media.
Yeah,
they were really good. They're really good.
Follow them.
Is it? Yeah, they come at a different angle and stuff like that. And I also like Jonathan Pye.
Oh yeah,
Jonathan Pye as well. I like it. Not that
do you watch Double Down?
No, what's that?
Double Down Media. Follow them. If you want like news that ain't run by some big corporation and isn't linked with the government, Double Down.
Double Down. Okay,
I follow them on everything.
Okay, yeah, I'll hit them up. That's the same as Novara Media as well.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure I'll follow them.
They do.
Because I like the independent outlets. I like the things
I
that's
actually went on a little moment. I was like, nah, do you know what? I need to. Where's the news? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so stuff like that.
I like Al Jazeera as well, though. Al Jazeera, at least, what I like about Al Jazeera is you see world news.
Yeah,
and then there's actually presenters who look like me. You get me? Like,
Al Jazeera is good as well, but it's not as good as those for me.
It's still a big corporation.
It's better than BBC. It's better than that type of news. ITV, Channel 4, etc., etc.
I worked for them for a spell, so I can't even say too much.
You can't. Don't want to.
Yeah, there's still people in there, man. We still got to save some people. But yeah,
I mean, in conclusion with this, does this change anything for you? Do you feel any different?
To be honest, if anything, it just confirmed what I thought before. It was almost like a reaffirmation, but it was interesting because obviously you saw bits you didn't see before. Yeah. You saw things, parts of the story. Like, I didn't know about the babies, bruv. I didn't know she had been pregnant. I heard about her losing babies. I think I knew she lost one. Yeah, because that was a big thing. Do you know what I mean? But again, this is what I'm saying with this media. They made it out like, oh look, look at her, look at her, done it to herself. Went over to fucking Syria. That if she was still here, she would have had that baby. Do you know what I mean? Blah 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 blah. They even that guy. Do you remember the news reporter who came and he had like a snarl on his face? It was like, so are you sorry? Do you feel sorry for the bombings in Manchester? Do you feel it's like brother? She's a fucking child who just had a baby. Like, I don't know, like to me, like I'm trying to think of a way to describe that situation. It's like when people see a black person and then blame that black person for all the shit, any bad thing that any black person does. It's like they see you and then you're that.
I saw that and I was like, I wanted to drag him. Brother. I wanted to drag him. Bro. I was like, bro, first of all, let's stop. Like, first of all, why are you talking to the woman like that?
Do you know what I
mean? Like, why are you talking to the woman like that?
And that's impartial news.
Bro, that was terrible.
Come on, man.
That was terrible.
Come on.
But yeah, so as I was asking, does this change anything for you? You said that it just reconfirms.
It just confirmed because, bruv, I thought what I thought at the beginning. She did an awful thing and she should be tried to some extent. She should be punished to some extent. But let's not forget she was a child when the shit happened. Like let's not lose that because I believe, and we've already said this, if she was blonde and she was white, we wouldn't be having, I don't think we'd be even close to having this conversation. I don't think these debates would be going on. She'd be here and she'd be getting treated a certain way. So yeah, it doesn't change anything. I just think like just reminds me we're in racist Britain, bro.
Yeah. For me, I've always felt she should be let home. I've always felt that. However, the first documentary or the first little news thing I watched, I did think she come across, and I'll use the word terrible. I think the way she came across was like there was no remorse.
I get
and
that.
in my head, I'm thinking, right, so I'm thinking if I'm your PR person, no, if I'm your PR person, if I'm the PR person for Shemima Begum, and I'm like a Begum, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna say, look, listen, like, I feel like you need to act like you're sorry. Regardless, between me and you, regardless if you're not sorry, you need to act like you're sorry. You need to be very apologetic. You need to be etc. 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 But in my opinion, I don't think they wanted her to come across like that. I think they wanted her to come across exactly how she came across, as a more mature, as slightly
as the evil face of ISIS.
Right, exactly. These are people who are coming for your daughters. That's why I think they wanted her to be that. So there wasn't much control over it. It was like, no, let her do her thing because she'd dig her own grave.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
With this,
to be honest, I don't think she even came across that well in the second. Do you know what it is? Do you know what's wild to me, bruv? It sounds ridiculous, yeah, but when she came on, like the first opening scene, why did she have the fucking glasses on her head? Why are you trying to look cool? You're trying to fight your way back into your country, yeah. Like, why are you trying to? You got your makeup. Like, why are you trying to look cool?
But this is why
I was like, take the fucking glasses off your head.
But this is why I say you can tell that in terms of the like, because when it comes to, so let's use like it's wild on the left, but let's just use Jerry and Kate McCann, yeah, but right. they 100% are coached about how they need to be on camera.
Facts.
They're coached.
Facts.
Like, okay, you need to like this, that, blah, blah, blah. They're set in a certain way, which makes you feel sorry for them. Do you get what I'm saying? Even though they went out and partied and left their daughter, how old is she? 3, 4, whatever, however she was in the room, however fucking meters away.
They wanted us to feel sorry for those people.
But you feel sorry. Like the way that they do it, you feel sorry for them. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. With her, the way that they've done it, they haven't done it like that. Because I'm sorry, it's not a hard job to make you feel sorry for a 15-year-old girl that was groomed, sent over to ISIS. It's not a hard job. These PR men have been doing this for years, bro. They know how the mind works. They know what colors work when you want to feel sorry for people.
But do you reckon she has a PR person?
No.
Yeah.
No.
And I think
if she does, it's low budget.
You're fired.
yeah. If she does, it's not it's not like
I can't believe she does.
I don't think she does.
Because even how the interview came across, there's certain questions where she wasn't answering. I'm like, because of how the human mind works, like we're curious by nature, innit?
Oh, so I don't want to answer that.
Huh? Yeah.
I don't want to answer that.
Them ones.
Yeah.
You get me? So like all people are thinking is,
you liar.
See?
You liar.
There you go. Whereas there could be a million valid reasons, but nobody cares because they just want, all they're looking for is confirmation of what they already thought. You get me? Like, so to me,
even when they was trying to confirm the name of the guy, and they were like, "Oh, do you know him?" No, I don't know. And then later on, it's like, "Oh, the 8th time we asked her, she said, oh, his name's this," and I'm like, "Brod, like, how do you know she just ain't giving you a name because you've asked her 8 times? Yeah, like you've asked her 8 times, or
that's why certain interrogation tactics became illegal, because obviously if you're beating a man half to death, he might tell you what you want to know. he might tell, okay, I did it.
It was James. It was James. It was James. Yeah, it was him. Yeah,
I get you his address and his phone number.
Like it's
you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. There's you're right. There's so many reasons as to why she might have said, "Oh, I don't want to answer it." Yeah, maybe she's still scared. Like she ain't allowed.
I think she's still scared,
bro. She's not allowed back in the country. She's not allowed back in England.
She's literally in limbo between where she was and where she's from, and I mean close to where she was. Yeah, like, but
so when she gets caught,
done.
If she gets caught after saying, it was whatever his name is. Come on.
Part of me feels like, because remember, her friend, two of them are suspected. One of them is dead. One of them
both
died.
of them are dead.
Yeah, well, one of them is missing, but suspected dead, innit? So, in my mind, part of me feels like the UK government just maybe wants them to kill her so we can forget and just wash our hands. And we've had our face of terrorism, you get me? And the people who are already racist and didn't like people like her anyway, it's just like it's a victory for them, and then the other people, they just hope they forget. I think there's a level of let's just wash our hands of it, because she's British, bruv. Like it's like someone commits a crime, and you say, oh, we don't like what she did, let them do with her. We're gonna strip her of her. Like, come on, bro. It's not even logical.
Yeah, no,
it's not even logical. But
yeah. Anyway. For me, as I said, I've always thought she should be allowed back. She should be punished or tried or however you want to talk about it, because there should be some sort of punishment. But she's British, like, so let her come home and you deal with it in the British way. Don't leave her in limbo wherever she is and etc. And this one makes her look slightly better for me,
definitely,
and also revealing some of the stuff that she went through, which I had no idea about. It makes me feel sorry for her, man. Like, shit. Like, imagine being a 50. How many mistakes have you made as a teenager? Like, how many mistakes have you made as a teenager?
Come on. Like, all 15 is just dumb shit. That's dumb shit season, bro.
Whoa. How many times have you?
Literally
How many times has maybe you said I'm gonna run away from home? You get me, but you didn't do it. She actually did it. So
and that's another thing, bro. Like, I'm glad you said that because when I think of a 15-year-old, and I think of how easily, bro, I know I've been influenced by people around me. I know that. I have no shame about saying that.
Of course.
Because some people say, oh, no, man's like, because even like when I speak to some youths around the way now, it's like, nah, bro, like it's because I want to. It's like, you're dumb, bro, because I know. Like, I know I've been there. We've all been there. And it's okay. You should be okay with that. You get me? But just be aware so that you learn from it. So my thing is, Shemima Begum's circumstances were such that, remember, like she said, I didn't feel British. How many of us feel that way, bro? Because I feel like a Londoner.
Yeah, I feel like I don't feel British.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like a Londoner.
Bro, I'm not even in a space where I'm not even in a space where I like to wear the England top.
Oh, no.
Like, or even have like an English fag or a British.
I wouldn't do it because I don't feel like I belong. I wouldn't do it.
I don't.
Like I feel like a Londoner, but I don't feel like I'm British.
I don't feel like
I've never felt like I'm British. So she says she didn't feel British, and then for better or for worse, there was an influence from her friend who was already there. She probably went through her own journey. That Shemima, I think, was her friend's name. Yeah, I think it was Shemima. Oh, that's the same. Or Shemina. It was a very similar name. And I think being a 15-year-old, if you're
best friend.
No, I was gonna say, like, I feel like, again, we're getting to the whole race thing, but if you're white British, it's very easy to find positive influences and to find affirmation and to get confirmation that you're beautiful and to get confirmation that you're valid and to get confirmation that you're important. Look at every Disney princess up until the fucking 21st century.
The frog princess, innit? That was the first one. That was only the other day.
Bruv. And we grew up on this shit. Yeah. So we grew up being told that they're beautiful. Yeah. Like that's just the reality of the situation.
And the dark one was always the bad one. But that's the thing, like, people you don't understand it unless you understand it. That's the problem. There's even people, I'm gonna cut, even when I start cutting these clips up and I start talking about the racism side of it and being blonde and blue-eyed and not feeling British, etc. People still ain't gonna understand it. They're still gonna look at it,
but they don't want to understand.
Be like, oh, these guys, they feel sorry for themselves. This, that, etc.
They don't want to understand.
But yeah, you're like, imagine growing. Well, why should I say imagine? Because we did grow up as it. Growing up, not seeing yourself as being good. The dark person, like the witches were always dark. The bad person was always dark. In always the Disney movies, the dark person was.
Or if it was the movies. The sidekick would be black and he would die, and then the white guy would go avenge him. Yeah. Like, how many Clint Eastwood films was that?
Or we was good at sport.
Yeah, them ones. So there's a lot. So I suppose I said that to say that I understand how someone, it wouldn't happen to me because I think I'm too strong-minded for that shit. But and that's not to like a criticism of her. I think that's like, I understand how people can be
manipulated,
and be coerced. Mesmerized by coerced, by the idea of, oh, this is this utopia, and she gets shown the videos like, everyone looks like me, everyone is my religion, everyone's from my culture.
Not even everyone looks like me. It doesn't matter how you look, because that's how.
When I say that, I mean as in everyone isn't white. And there was white people there.
It didn't matter. Like, that was their big thing. It didn't matter as long as you loved one another, you was Muslim and you wanted to live that life. You're welcome.
And then, if you think about it, apart from the Muslim thing. Isn't that, if you think about it,
sounds like utopia?
It sounds like a fucking utopia,
sounds like a jump.
Where everyone's gonna be cool. It's mixed race. Everybody's like of all different races and colors and creeds and whatever.
Sounds like a jump,
brother. Bro. So I get it, man.
I get it as well. I totally get it. I totally understand exactly what was going through her head. I'm sure she's not the first 15-year-old to have her head spun. Maybe not in the drastic way that she had her head spun and where she went and what she had done, but. Come on, man. Like, let's be serious now. Let's be serious.
The system let her down, man.
100%. 100%. So, in terms of a watch it, do you reckon this is a watch it for people?
100%. The only thing I would say is that I think you've alluded to it already. I think there's people who just believe what they believe because they've been raised a certain way. They come from a certain background. You know what I'm saying? Union Jack forever kind of thing. So I think there's people who will never change their minds, and I've come to terms with that. I've given up trying to change people's minds. You get me? Because that's sometimes you're wasting energy. But in terms of if you want to learn, if you want to come to it open-minded and try and understand how, why, you know, I think 100% watch it, bruv. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I think it's a watch it as well. Again, if you, like you said, if you wanna if you want to have your mind open and you want to look at it in that way, then yeah, this is actually a good one to be immersed in, because it kind of does explain a different type of way of what had happened, and also it gives a background to her story of what had actually happened. You actually get a run by play by play of how she got there from 15 up until now, what she's been through, the horrific
stuff that was left out.
Yeah,
stuff that was left out before.
Getting there, building a rapport with that guy, her husband, and then he goes to jail for 7 months, and you're staying with these random people.
We didn't even get into the fucking husband thing, bro. Like,
He
15, 21. That's rape, bro. As far as I'm concerned.
Man said you might not agree with it. Doesn't mean it's not right.
You know what I'm saying, like. Yeah,
it
kind of does.
It wasn't right, bro. No, it wasn't right,
Yeah,
brother.
it kinda
Like,
does.
it wasn't right. It wasn't right.
Yeah.
But we haven't touched on everything.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot more going on in this documentary that you probably never knew about, which is another reason why I feel like it's a great watch. Well, great watch, but it's an insightful watch to know what she's gone through. And if you do wanna maybe have your mind change or open up, yeah, I would definitely check this out. This is on the BBC iPlayer. It's there for 11 months. It's only an hour and a half. So, yeah, it's worth it. Okay. On to the next one, which is The Whale. Switch up. The Whale. This is I don't want to say brand new, but it's quite new.
Newish.
Yeah, newish release. Oscar nominated for the film and the actor, right?
Are the nominations out already?
Yeah. I'm sure they are.
I actually can't remember. I feel like I keep mixing up last year and this year, bro.
Bro,
I actually don't know.
I can't even keep up with some of these awards, and it's because I'll be watching stuff and people be getting up for awards, and I'll be like, I didn't even know that was.
You know them
I
ones.
didn't even know there was that was around.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm sure this
lose track.
is Oscar nominated.
And if it isn't, it will be. Let's be honest, innit?
Yeah.
It will be.
In terms of the synopsis, how do you want me to read this?
Oh, my time, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
It's only a short one, but
I'm gonna say shit. There ain't no theme or anything, is there?
no, do whatever you
Just
want.
whatever.
Say whatever you want.
All right. Read it like
Well, nothing that's gonna get me cancelled in my early stage. My early stage of my
you see the
career.
Nazis, yeah? read it like Super Mario. That's all that
Super
came to
Mario.
mind.
Okay,
Do you know how Super Mario sounds?
give me
I ain't talking about the new movie where my man
give
plays
me a
in it,
little. Is it
No,
me, Mario?
There you
Is
go.
it me, Mario? A reclusive, morbidly obese English teacher attempts to reconnect with his estranged teenage daughter.
Bruv, you know what?
Is that good? Yeah.
Bruv,
Is that
you know
good?
what? That was better than I expected it to be.
For real?
Fucking hell, bro.
Come on, man.
I
Hey,
fully thought Nintendo guy was in the building, bro.
I'm going
Fucking
rogue
hell,
next
bro.
year as well,
Yo,
man. Let's polish that out,
Okay,
man.
that was better than I expected.
Yeah?
Fucking
Come
hell.
on, man. It's not my first
All right,
time,
fella.
bro. I've
Ain't
been
my-
doing
this
these,
ain't my
bro.
first rodeo,
I've been
man.
doing these, man. Fucking Mario.
Super Mario Bros.
Okay. The Whale. Do you know what? You can see... I'll let you start.
That silence says a lot, innit?
I'll let you start with this. So you'd heard about this, right?
I'd heard bare things about it. There's a lot of hype around this film. Like every time I turn on the TV or read anything to do with movies or watch any of my things on socials, Brendan Fraser, his performance in The Whale, So there was a lot of fucking hype. And I tried to avoid the hype, to be honest. I tried to, because sometimes it spoils things for me a little bit. So, yeah, bruv. Yeah, so yeah, I'd heard about it.
Okay, so we decided to do this alongside our Cinema or Not. So we did the Cinema or Not, and we also watched The Whale when we was there at the Lexi Cinema. Big you guys
Big up the Lexi in Kensal
Green.
Kensal Green.
Not Kensal Rise.
Yeah. The posh side. Yeah.
Oh goodness, no.
Oh my.
Oh goodness, no. Kensal,
Please don't confuse us with riffraff, young man.
Rise, no.
Right.
Kensal Green.
Yes.
Kensal Green. KG.
You have the fucking
Yes.
grass, motherfucker.
So yeah, in Kensal Green. If you haven't checked that out, check that out because that's a nice cinema.
Nice
there.
little place. And big up. Do you remember my man's name?
Oh, sugar.
Shit.
I remember Alba.
Alba.
I remember Alba and I remember Emma.
You remember the females, yeah?
Oh,
That's what
don't
you
do
remember?
Don't do that.
So you're telling
I want to say Andy. Andy and
you
Alba?
just pulled out
Nah,
any
no.
random guy.
No, I don't know.
Any kid's TV name.
Nah,
Man said Andy, you know. I bet his name didn't even start with A, bruv.
I'm going to tell you what it was.
In my head, I got Malcolm.
Malcolm is completely...
I know. I don't know why.
It was Nick.
Oh, fuck it. I guess we're both wrong.
Malcolm.
Man like Nick. Big up Nick.
Big up Nick.
Big up
Nick and Alba.
Nick and Alba, man. Lovely guys.
Yeah,
lovely
it was
guys.
good. Yeah, it was good
Nice
chat.
little cinema, man.
So yeah, The Whale. Also, I'd heard so much about this, about how good the film was. A lot was said about Brendan Fraser's performance, and I went in this with, unfortunately, high hopes, which maybe was the downfall of, maybe that was the problem. But I went into there with high hopes, and those hopes were never met, unfortunately. From the very first, I don't know what it was. It was just from early, I just didn't... There wasn't nothing drawing me to this. Yeah. Even though the topic was quite serious. So if we deal with it, the topic is to do with obesity. And which to be fair, actually was quite... I actually found, because you had to tell me in terms of the knowledge, and I was like... Why is he still eating? Like I don't why is he still eating? Like I don't understand.
Bare documentaries about that shit, bro.
I've not really touched on that. I don't know what I assumed when you see people who look like that. I don't understand what drove them there, but watching this,
I was like, whoa, why is she still feeling him, bro?
I was confused. I was confused because there were certain things happening and I didn't get it. So I'm just like, yo, bro, why is he still like why is he looking like that? And she's giving him a bucket of chicken. Like I didn't get it. But you said so. It's like
a real thing, bro.
What did you say?
It's addiction.
It's an addiction.
It's a type of addiction.
Yeah,
bro. You can be addicted. Like that's one thing I've realized. You can be addicted to anything. Mm-hmm. Anything a human can do or can consume, you can be addicted to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
this guy's addicted to eating, basically. And you find out why later on in the movie. So I won't ruin that for you, but you find out why later on in the movie. But it was just slow. It was just too slow. Very. And don't get me wrong, I'm a guy that will happily allow a movie to take its time to 100%, build and etc. But it just stayed flat for so long until you hit the crescendo. But unfortunately, that just came too late for me. Yeah. It just come too late. There was so much. I feel like there was so much more emotion that they could have put into this, because I never really felt emotion. Not until later.
Yeah, like I felt emotion. I definitely felt emotion. I think so it's kind of what I said, like in terms of, first I'll talk about the performance. I think Brendan Fraser deserves the hype around this performance. I think as far as his acting in this movie, I never knew my man could act.
Yeah.
I said it in the little review we did after. I never knew my man was a proper actor like that.
The acting in this from everyone, to be honest. You've got Sadie Sink, who plays Max from Stranger Things. You've also got Hong Chow. She's actually the menu. The menu. She was in the menu.
She's been in a few bits, you know.
I see her in
she was in Watchmen as well.
Watchmen, she was in Watchmen. Yeah. So she was amazing. Yeah. She was actually really good.
She's solid.
To be honest.
She's solid.
She was really good.
I'm gonna keep my eye on her.
And then you had the guy who played the missionary, Ty Simpkins.
Yeah, the name sounds familiar, but I didn't recognize him.
I didn't recognize him on face, but he was in Insidious. Iron Man 3. He was in 3. He's in Iron Man 3. Played Harley.
Oh
Keener.
shit! He was the kid.
The Harley.
He was
Keener.
the fucking kid.
He was in Endgame.
Do you remember the kid in Iron Man? He was in Endgame.
He was in Endgame as Harley Keener.
As the same person.
As the same person, but older. But I don't know who Harley Keener was.
Do you remember in the third Iron Man film, there's a kid when he crashes that they had this buddy relationship. As soon as you said it, I pictured, he had big hair in it. His hair was longer in it.
Oh, yeah.
And as soon as you said it, I pictured him. I was like, rah, it's funny when they grow up in it. It's like, the face is the same. Yeah. I actually remember him now.
Okay, yeah. So he was in, so that's what he was from. But I think I remember him from Insidious.
I don't think I've seen Insidious, you know?
Yeah, it's all right. It's cool.
I don't think I've seen that.
And he's also in Jurassic World.
Fuck it, my man's in everything.
So he's been busy.
Yeah.
But,
he's getting that work.
Yeah. So yeah, the performances in this, the acting was
solid. First rate.
Yeah, brilliant.
There
was
Brendan
nothing
Fraser.
wrong with that.
Do you know what it is with me? Like I said, I know I take the piss a little bit, but it's obviously all in love. But Brendan Fraser, I didn't rate. Not to say I didn't rate him, but he's a guy who essentially, I think most actors in Hollywood play themselves. Mm-hmm. I think they just play a different version of themselves. I think Brad Pitt is Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise, and then they just throw in some drama. Whereas I think certain actors like Johnny Depp, they will become a different person. Tom Hardy, they'll become fucking, what's his name? Christian Bale. They literally embody... Huh?
Tom Hardy.
Oh, Tom Hardy's exceptional, bruv.
Tom Hardy plays himself in everything.
Nah, brother. No.
Tom Hardy plays himself in everything.
Have you seen Bronson?
Yeah, I've seen
Bronson. Have you seen the British spy thing? I can't remember what it's called.
It's
a British spy thing. Bear them. There was all the British actors were in it. It was one of them.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Then have you seen? Fuck. Why can't I think of things? But now Tom Hardy's exceptional.
He plays it. He
Bane, bruv.
Bruv, he plays.
That's not him.
Do you know what his thing is?
This gives you power.
His thing is borderline psychopath. That's his
but
thing.
he does it differently every time, bro. Tom Hardy doesn't play himself in everything.
He's borderline psychopath in everything. Peaky Blinders, even Inception, he's got that fucking that weird kind of dangerous
Tom Hardy, bro.
That's what he plays.
We have to carry this because we'll deviate, but we have to carry on this debate.
What he plays. I'm not having Tom Hardy put in the same level of thing as Christian Bale and Johnny Depp. I'm not having it.
I'm not having it. I'm not fucking having it.
British. I'm having it.
Send it back home. Where they fucking came from.
I'm not having it. No way.
Nah, bruv. Nah.
But to be fair, I find that with top actors, I feel like the majority of them play themselves.
No facts.
But I feel like they are hired.
That's the power of celebrity, innit? So George Clooney, to me, there's only one film where I've seen him not be George Clooney.
And what's that?
And I love that fucking film, and I think his performance was exceptional.
What's that?
Have you seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah, of course.
This movie was hard, bruv. Hard. Bruv, even when they start, I don't like musicals, bruv. You get me? I fucking hate musicals. And when the man they started singing, bruv, I got into it. I learned the lyrics, bruv. I'm a man of sorrow. Sorry.
Oh, okay, Ross.
Sorry.
Okay, Ross. Okay.
I get me. Like,
yeah, no,
sorry.
No.
Allow me, bruv.
What about Hugh Jackman?
I apologize. Do you know what? Hugh Jackman, I think I've said this to you before.
Prisoners.
Bruv. I did not rate him as an actor until I saw Prisoners. Yeah. I wasn't watching for Hugh Jackman. And then I saw Prisoners, I was like, raw.
Yeah,
I was like, raw.
He was sick.
Raw, bruv. Like, you know when someone taps into their soul to bring out the emotion? Because I believed he was looking for his child.
Yeah, me as well.
I believed. I was in. I was fully invested.
There's no way you could tell me that he wasn't looking for his
child.
child.
He was looking for his child.
Nah, he was.
I was wondering if he gave his child away just so he could get...
so he could tap into it.
I was invested. I had no doubts.
Right,
I had no doubts.
We can agree on that anyway. Okay, back to the whale. Back to the whale.
Yeah, the whale. Yeah, so Brendan Fraser... do you reckon this is up there with performances of the ages? Like in terms of classic, just a film aside, just his performance in it.
I'd say it's up there.
Okay.
I can't really think.
I'm glad you said that because I think
I can't. But I feel like it's strange because you have to have a comparison for you to make that decision.
What do you mean comparison? As in,
you need to be able to compare that portrayal with something else that same actor has done to be able to say, do you know what?
Nah, bruv, not necessarily.
Because you don't know what they are actually, you don't know what their state of their actual capability is. So him to be able to do that, if it was someone else, let's just say Joe Bloggs, you don't know if him doing that.
No, but
It's
why
just
does
him.
that matter? Because the reason why I ask is because so there's certain performances, regardless of what they've done before, yeah. Because I think I've only seen one dramatic film with him in it, which was the Michael Caine thing. I can't remember what it's called.
But this is why I'm saying, like, but you can compare that to him being in like The Mummy and George of the Jungle, so you can see how he was in that to how he was in this, and be able to say, "Raw,
I see what
wow,
I see
like,
where
okay,
you're getting at.
raw,
I see where you're getting at.
Man's got range."
As in, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But to me, like, I don't see it that way though.
Yeah,
I don't see it as a
whereas
comparison thing.
If you didn't know, if you had nothing of Brendan Fraser to compare that to, you wouldn't know that was the performance of a generation, because that could have just been Brendan Fraser. That could have just been something that he's capable of and he could do. You don't know that Brendan, for you to know that George of the Jungle has come from fucking George of the Jungle and been able to bag this.
Do you know
that's how
funny?
it's like raw.
When you started talking, I thought he's chatting shit, bro. But then I thought he's chatting a whole bunch of fucking tosh, innit? But do you know what? You landed, bruv. Like,
Yeah, that's
do you know what? I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I do
that's
get
what
what
I'm
you're saying.
saying. So you
I do get what you're saying.
You can tell, wow, what a transformation.
Yeah.
How you've pulled that out the bag.
Now that makes sense.
Because
That
he
makes
was
sense.
completely different. And he
yeah,
was obese.
Yeah.
The same way that you said Hugh Jack was looking for his daughter, he was obese.
Yeah.
He was going through.
He was going through that
it.
trauma, bruv, of everything with his condition, with his history. Obviously, we don't want to give spoilers away. But yeah, he was going through all of it.
And
I believed it. I believed it. Yeah, 100%. Particularly, I don't know if we're gonna get
With
to
the daughter.
No, just the end, didn't it?
The end.
That was the bit we were waiting for throughout the film.
Which didn't.
That was what we were waiting for throughout the film. Bro.
Yeah, that's that's the problem. It came too late. That was what we were waiting for. If that came about half an hour earlier, I think that it would have made a massive difference to how I felt, because then you could have. I don't know what they could have done with the ending off the top of my head, but they could have done.
But they did it. They did it to coin the phrase. They did it like the money shot, innit? Like
it took too long though.
It was the money shot. It was like, okay, there you go. I think that's what that was the director's plan, or the writer, whoever, or the writer and director. That was it's like, there you go, and this is the Oscar. This is the moment. This is peak Oscar. You get me, kind of thing.
Which it was. Facts from both of them. From Brendan and Sadie. From both of them.
But particularly Brendan. Like Brendan knocked it out of the fucking park with his performance. You know what I'm saying?
So from this, Sadie's gonna get work.
Oh,
like she can now.
She's gonna be one of them child actors that transitions smooth into adult acting.
She's kind of employable for what you want now, to be honest. Like your stock's high.
Leading actress now, innit?
Your stock's high. Yeah, your stock's high now. Like,
but don't you find it funny? Sometimes you can see the machine at work though. Like sometimes you can see, they want this guy to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you see it. Yeah. Like I saw it with Jonathan Majors, which big up Jonathan Majors, because for me he's one of my favorite actors out there right now. Easy. I think easy. From like top 3 maybe.
What did I see him in that made me flip? Definitely weren't fucking.
Not Ant-Man.
Nah, I was already
as in older.
Before, yeah.
Oh, seen
it wasn't the one you said.
Oh, I love that shit. I can't remember. I love Lovecraft Country. Yeah.
It was Lovecraft was cool. Don't get me wrong, and he was good in it. Yeah. I just didn't like Lovecraft. That was it.
That's fair. You wrong, but
dead wrong. Just because you don't agree with it, don't make it's not right.
That's what it means, bro.
Yeah. I feel like in terms of we talk about Sadie Sink and the machine at work. They're pushing her. She knows they know where they want her to go.
Because she's been in something else recently as well, innit? Another film. I feel like apart from Stranger Things, I feel like I've seen her. I don't know if I've seen the film, but I feel like she's been in something. Yeah, as another side role, but significant side role. Unless I'm mistaken.
I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what it was. The last thing I've seen her is in Stranger Things, to be honest.
Oh, for real?
And you know what as well? I forgot to. I noticed when I was looking at the credits, I see someone else called Sink, and I was like, huh? Like I've had the same surname as her.
Nepotism thing.
But it was so when there was the younger her, it was played by her sister.
Do you know what's mad?
Looked like her, innit?
Brother, so one thing that pisses me off in movies, is when they play the child version of the person and they don't even look like the adult.
Yeah.
Like, and another thing, I'm going off tangent here, but You know, sometimes they'll get like a mixed race used to play the young person, and then they grow up and all of a sudden they're black.
Yeah. I've seen that bare times.
I'm
like, nah,
where's the fucking consistency,
it don't
bro?
work. It don't work like that.
You're spoiling my experience, bro.
Yeah, no, it don't work like that.
Yeah, so fuck you, Hollywood, for that. But I deviate. So yeah, bro. Like when I saw the you, one. I was like, they got that on, bro. Yeah. That was on the hair, the face. I was like, rah.
I saw it. Like, I saw it in the credits, and I was like, "There's no that." Sync,
makes so much fucking sense.
That's not a normal name. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there must be something going. So when I think it was like, yeah, there's sisters. She was in a film called Dear Zoe. So yeah, you probably did see her. Yeah. She was. I feel like that machine is at work. Like, let's get her up to leading lady status. We're just building her up. She was the lead though. In that movie.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she was the lead in Dear Zoe.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's the problem with this film for me, is that it was just too slow.
Yeah.
It was too slow. And I am a man who doesn't mind a slow film like that. Like, there's a lot of movies that people haven't liked that I thought were epic.
Yeah.
Because they've built it up. Like, so have you seen Nomadland?
Not yet, with Francis McDormand.
It's
on my list, bro. It's on my list. Yeah,
bro, that's like, I love that movie, and that is slow as fuck. But it gives you enough. Do you know what I'm saying? It gives you just a here you go.
I think a lot of these melodramas, if that's the word, a lot of these melodramas are slow, but when it's done correct, they're some of the best films I watch.
Yeah, 100%.
When it's done correct, you get me. Like, obviously, Prisoners isn't a melodrama; it's a thriller, like dark thriller, but it's slow.
Yeah,
but again,
it leads up to.
Bro, I think the payoff. I don't think you could have done it any better.
And that's why with this, I understand that. Yeah, okay, the money shot and their money shot hit. Yeah, don't get me wrong. But instead of going like that, it went like. This, and that was the problem. Like, when it didn't rise, it just went up out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, dope, but I've been waiting 15 hours for this to come. Like,
and that's the thing. His performance was engaging enough, but I think, like I said again, I said this in a little review thing. I said, for me, not Brendan Fraser. These types of films, the Oscars love them, where not much really fucking happens in it. Not much, like because the whole film takes place in his flat.
Yeah,
whole film is him in his flat.
That's what I was gonna say. It was very enclosed,
brother.
And you can this was actually I'm pretty sure this was a book. This was adapted from a book.
Oh, okay.
So the writer is classed as the person who wrote the book. But when I say book, sorry, I mean a play. So a play.
I think I heard that.
Yeah,
the screenplay.
Yeah, it's based off a play. Which makes sense. Because it was very enclosed.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's logical when you see it. Yeah, bro. But for me, melodrama's cool, but I wasn't as invested, as good as his acting was, and it was top notch. Yeah, I wasn't as invested because, have you seen Room with Brie Larson?
Yeah.
See that there? I'm trying to remember. I haven't watched it since I watched it at the cinema, it came out years ago. It's the first thing I think I may have seen Brie Larson in. I know she was a child actor as well, but to me, that hit me in my chest hard.
But the hit you in the chest came earlier.
Yeah, but when I say it hit me in my chest, I mean, it hit me in my chest just because I suppose it was the dynamic between her and, because obviously they were locked in a room, hence the name, and then the dynamic between her and her son and that emotion that she conveyed. To me, again, that was a performance. That was an acting performance from Brie Larson. I was like, rah, bruv. Like, who is this person? You get me? Because I didn't know much about Brie Larson until that film. And I guess that was what she got Captain Marvel off the back of. But I don't know if it's fair to compare. I don't know if that's a perfect comparison. But I think there's films that are slow and that are in small sets. Have you seen Lock with Tom Hardy?
Yeah, in the car.
Yeah.
You're driving in the car,
See, I like that. I don't know if you like that.
It's all right.
I liked it.
It was all right.
And it's like a thriller, and the whole film is him in his fucking car.
Yeah. No, it's all right.
That's creative. You get me? If you can get me invested, because I suppose I was invested in the story. You're picturing stuff happening. That could have been a fucking stage play as well. I
tell you, is a good one of like that. I can't remember the name of it, but it's with Jake Gyllenhaal, where he's the person that you phone when you need he's a 911 respondent.
Oh,
I can't remember the name of it.
I think I saw that, but I didn't love that. The Netflix thing.
Yeah, I thought that was wicked, man.
Really?
I thought that was really good, man. I thought that was really good.
Oh, I didn't love that, you know?
But that again, that's an enclosed.
Yeah. This kind of closed set kind of things. So yeah, I mean, for me, it didn't go where it needed to go, but I think this is like a, what do they call them? Loving, like where it's industry people going, this is, because this is Brendan Fraser's comeback movie, innit? Even though he's been doing Doom Patrol and whatever, just his voice, he's done a few little bit parts in little films here and there. But this is his big comeback, innit? Because he was because people forget that Brendan Fraser was a leading man, bro. There was a moment where he was that guy.
He was there,
He was that guy.
He get me? Like, years ago. That's what he would. He'd be
and
like,
then he just faded. Like,
I don't know. I wonder what happened to him. I wonder if it was. I wonder. I
actually watched the thing, but I can't remember what they said. I watched one of those quick documentary things online, and I can't remember what they said. But yeah, he just stopped getting cast, bro. But yeah, man, it just didn't quite land for me, bro. The movie didn't quite land for me.
Yeah, as I said, and I've repeated it was too slow.
Yeah. Too
slow for me. And where the crescendo came too late. That's my gripes with it. Yeah. That's unfortunately. So, okay, let's get into it. For you, is this a watch it or not?
I'm afraid not, man. It just doesn't quite live up to the hype. I don't know if the hype machine spoiled it. I don't know if it's a case of, I heard all the Oscar hype, the nomination. I know he's already won. Is it a Golden Globe? He won something in it. I know he's already won. It's been his favorite. Blah blah blah.
It's been nominated for tons. So if I'm on IMDb now, it's nominated for 3 Oscars. Yeah. No, and it had 150 nominations overall. So 150 nominations.
Fuck it, boy. So this is what I mean. Like that. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not up for best film. It's up for best performance by an actress in supporting role for Hong Chow.
That's fair.
Best performance as an actor for Brendan Fraser, and best achievement in makeup and hairstyling.
Fair.
So that's
I can respect those nominations. Are actually fair.
Yeah,
that's the thing about this film. All those nominations are actually fair. I would say, I get that. But the movie itself. And this is what I mean. I think this is about Brendan Fraser. It's become about him. Yeah. It's not really about the movie. It's about him.
That makes sense. So the fact that it hasn't been nominated for a film, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised because I thought it would with the machine. Like,
in terms of best actor, he could win that.
Yeah.
He could win that. Hong Chow could win as well.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think she will, but... I don't think she will.
Let's not get into it.
Yeah.
let's not.
Not today. Why don't they fuck you?
Let's not get into it.
Just let it go.
But yeah, for me, it's a not. I'm actually a man who likes slow movies, who likes slow burners. I like to see the acting side of things. I don't like too much explosions and too much outside entities getting involved with the movie. I actually like to see raw acting, drama, etc., which is what this was. It just didn't do it properly for me. That's unfortunately, it just didn't do it properly for me, and that's why it's a not from me. Unfortunately,
it's just like a depressed man in his yard, isn't it? Like,
literally. And then one decent let me not do that. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's us coming to the end of the episode, guys. If you liked what you watched today, if you want to get some recommendations what to watch, or you want to know how we feel about certain things, make sure you follow us and subscribe. It's at Watch It or Not TV across all socials. You got anything? Movie party 1st of April. There will be movie party 1st of April. It will be at the Ealing Project down in Ealing Broadway. There'll be food, there'll be drink, there'll be games. We'll be watching a movie, and then we'll be having an after party after.
And these motherfuckers booked the party for when I'm out of the country, so fuck y'all. I'm saying it down the camera so it's clear. Fuck y'all.
I mean, where are you going? What's holidays? Do you get me? Just stay in the country and do the thing, man. What's wrong with you, man? Where you going, bro?
What fucking holiday, bro?
Where's your hierarchy of what needs to go on? You get me?
Priorities, man. Priorities.
So yeah, guys, make sure if you want to come join us, hit us up in the DMs for tickets. They're limited tickets at £15. We're running out of those, so yeah, let us know. Apart from that, you got anything you would like to say to the people? Then
no, man. Much love. It's always good to be here and all of that. But yeah, man.
Yeah, you know you're part of the team, bro. You're part of the team. We need to be doing a next cinema or not. I actually enjoyed it.
No, that was good,
Oh,
bro.
I actually enjoyed.
I love
going-
them little cinemas.
Yeah,
you know.
I actually enjoyed.
I love going to them
there,
little places because the people are a bit more
friendly.
Yeah.
Well, when you go,
It's the like you go to view and it's like the McDonald's of cinemas, bro.
Well, let me because if you want to cut me a check, if you want to cut me a check, I'm a rep them. But yeah, no, I know. I say that as well. To be honest, I feel like those big chains are like McDonald's, and then the little ones are where you get the experience. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel about it.
That's how I feel.
Yeah,
and
man. Man. On to the next, bro.
Yeah.
On to the next.
So yeah. But anyway, people, thank you for joining us. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, join us next week where we'll be reviewing something new.
Done now.